It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we have a beer from Damm, Estrella Damm in Spain. And this is a can of their Keller beer. It's all in Spanish. They've had a bit of a beer drop. I picked this up in Lidl. It's in a 330ml can. It's 6% ABV. Quite a special beer then. I say special, quite a strong beer really. There's a look at it. So I had to kind of barcode scan the side of the can here, and I had to stick it into Untapped, and it comes up with Estrella Damm. It was £7.99 for 6 cans. And I'm terrible in Lidl. I'll just go, oh yeah, pick those up. And I don't really look at the price. But I was quite, not shocked. Shocked would be the wrong word. If I was to pick up this receipt now and look at this beer, 6% ABV, 330ml can, sold all over the UK in Lidl for a limited time, I think I'd be expecting like £6. That would make it, because it comes in a 6-pack, £1 a can. And I don't know, it just seemed when I read £7.99 just now, I thought, oh, that's, I don't know, it might be just an amazing beer, and it might be just worth kind of getting into it and talking about it rather than complaining over something that I haven't tried yet. So for me, that works out at about £1.30 a can. Still, this day and age, relatively cheap, isn't it? It's not like it's breaking the bank. So here we go then. Our one finger white head. Good levels of carbonation rolling up the glass. It's a darker coloured lager than I would say what Estrella Damm is on its own. There's no widget in the bottom of this glass, so the carbonation you see in there is not being forced by the glass. It's just the beer, which is quite good actually, and it looks quite decent. So an lighter amber colour, good carbonation, and it's not can conditioned. Head retention's really good. Let's get the aroma. It smells really good. It smells really good, this. A little bit biscuity, a little bit bready. A little bit spicy, a little bit peppery. So a nice balance to the beer. Yeah, let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Oh, that's rather nice, that. Oh, yeah. That's a good, decent beer, that. I like that. It's full-bodied. For a 6% ABV, it's got a lovely mouthfeel to it. Really nice, rich, full-bodied lager. There's a little bit of sweetness in there to begin with, but it mixes up rather quickly with the hops that they've added to the beer. It's almost kind of, it becomes almost kind of herbal to begin with. It's like the peppery and spiciness kicks in rather early with the beer. And then the sweetness kind of tails off, and then it kind of leans right into being quite a nice finish to the beer. There's a lovely bitter finish to the beer. It's really, really tasty. Really tasty. Peppery, spicy, hoppy, kind of stinging nettle like on the back end. If you think of the Darwin Tree of Life, you had the hops here, and then it kind of, the cousin of the hops was the stinging nettle. So when you drink beer, there might be a time where you think, oh yeah, it's kind of got a kind of stinging nettle smell or a stinging nettle taste. It's because they're very kind of well, they're cousins on the Darwin Tree of Life. They're definitely connected, the hops and the stinging nettle. So that's why you might get stinging nettle flavours in your beer. But it's tasty. It's really, really tasty, and it's really, really solid. And I'm gonna retract my initial, like, oh, this should have been about £1 a can. I'm gonna retract that. I'm gonna kind of step back from that and say, actually, £1.30 for a 330 millilitre can. Pretty good, pretty good. If you were to go to, dare I say it, and I always want to support my local bottle shops, and I also want to support my local craft beer bars. But if you were to order like a 330 millilitre glass of beer of that quality in a pub, I think you'd be paying the best part of £3. I think you'd be paying the best part of £3 for that 330. So to be able to purchase it for, okay, £7.99 for 6 cans, but you are getting 6 cans, you are then paying about £1.30 a can. I think I've got my maths right. It's about £1.30, something along those lines. £1.25 maybe. Yeah, it's lovely. I'm almost glad. Well, I am not almost. I am glad that I've got another 5 cans in the fridge of this. I'm going to stick this away for, I mean, we've got a rainy day here in South Wales. I'm going to wait for a lovely sunshiny day out here in the garden, kind of maybe mid-August. That's where we're heading already, mid-August. A mid-August weekend day, you know, where the sun's slightly lower in the sky. You're still throwing stuff on the barbecue, and you've got some really decent beer to drink it with and enjoy it with. Yeah, I'm absolutely kind of over the moon, really. Got another 5 cans of this. It's really decent. Let's see if I can find anything on the can then that it's... This is what I love about Lidl as well. They're not afraid to... There's not a word of English here. Not a word of it. Oh, well, there is a little bit, look. Contains barley malt. And literally, that is it. Oh, drinkaway.co.uk. So it's all in Spanish. It looks like it's 30, maybe that's 30 days matured. But everything's in Spanish here. But I don't mind that. I don't mind the fact that you're picking stuff up in Lidl, and like I picked up a Vietnamese beer alongside this. I picked up a Czech beer alongside this. I don't mind the fact that I can't understand the language, but I tell you what I can understand. I can understand that it's a really good beer, and I'm really glad that I took the punt on it and picked it up. So the can of beer then from Estrella Damm in Lidl for £1.30 a can, buying 6 for £7.99. I like it. I really like it. It's really good. I like it enough to give it a Stone the Crows 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.